Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert, where we discuss the latest cryptocurrency news and the overall market so that you stay informed with the latest in the world of Web3. My name is Web3 Spud, and today I'm joined by OXJ from FOMO magazine and Non-Fungible Ware. Jay, please introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Jay. I've been in the Web3 space since 2019. Been buying coins since 2018. Obviously, bag hold most of them. But yeah, I co-founded FOMO magazine. We are a physical and digital magazine. We focused on Solana ecosystem. We also write stuff about Bitcoin, Ethereum, obviously. NFT projects, and yeah, a bunch of other interesting stuff around Web3. I founded Non-Fungible Ware, which is a merchandise and apparel clothing merch business. And yeah, check them out. It's pinned on my tweet. My Twitter is OXJ NFTs. Pleasure to be here, bro.
Awesome, thanks, Jay. I'm glad to have you, man. It's nice to bring experts from different areas. Myself, I'm an altcoin trader. It's amazing speaking with OXJ and the FOMO Mag guys because their knowledge and depth within the NFT market is super superior. So I'm glad to have you guys on the show today. Let's get cracking. I think what we'll do today, we'll first go through some news, the latest news. Then we'll go through Bitcoin, Ethereum, a few different altcoins. And then at the end, we'll discuss NFTs. So if there's any NFT projects, any altcoins that you want mentioned in the live, mention them in the comments, guys, and we'll get through to them. But yeah, let's crack into it. Let's go over to the first news story of the day. Bear with me. Okay, so the first news story we have today is the KyberSwap exploiter sends a list of demands, including executive control. So I don't know if you've been keeping up with this, Jay, but recently, obviously, KyberSwap's been exploited for over $50 million, and the man is just acting like a complete boss. I think his first message once he hacked was, hang on, let me have a sleep, and then I'll message you in the morning. He's really holding them by the balls right now.
I think this is ethic hacker. So it's when the hackers find some flaws in the contracts, and they actually ask the teams like, okay, you like fucked up in this, so I'm gonna help you guys out. But the demands this guy did is like it's actually crazy. Like he wants to take over the entire company basically.
It's crazy, man. Some of his demands here that we can go through. He's saying, let me just scroll down. He says he wants to double employee salaries of over 12 months a 12-month severance package if they don't want to continue working. So even the employees that are saying, hang on, I don't want to be a part of this, I want to leave, he's still going to offer them 12 months pay to leave. This is super crazy. I think these demands are a little bit too far. Like you say, I believe he's an ethical hacker as well. But this seems a bit crazy, but I'm here for it. It makes an interesting story. Like we have here, it says deal or bust. It's literally deal or no deal. What do you guys in the chat think of this? Is it too far, or is it reasonable? Obviously, KyberSwap's been around for years now, Jay. Do you think they are going to negotiate with him here, or do you think there's going to be a stalemate?
I mean, it's literally you either negotiate with him, you give him full control, or you lose like all your people's money, basically.
Yeah.
I had one friend. He started a online game in Solana, and he was hacked by an ethical hacker. And he said basically the people that's hosting your game, they are not serious. They could hack your protocol before. I did it first, so I have all the funds. You need to change the contract to another provider, and then I'll give you back all the money. So I think it's for the best, apparently. I don't know.
It's a difficult one. I think, as the space grows, we're going to see more and more of this. Obviously, it also gets glorified. We're talking about it. It's all in the news. There's going to be other hackers that look up to this and plan to do the same. But as long as it is ethical, perhaps we're here for it. If there was an unethical hacker, perhaps they would just run off with the 60 million, and that would be, farewell.
KyberSwap.
Yeah. So it's
Let's see. Hopefully, they can recover the funds of all the users. That's what I'm worried about, honestly.
Exactly. That's the most important. I think Jason even mentioned Robinhood style. You know, we care more about the users rather than some of the big dogs at the top. As long as they get their funds back, I think the community will be happy. So on that note, let's move over to the next story today, guys, which is. So this is surrounding the 83 Bitcoin gas fee that happened a few weeks back. So Ample, obviously, probably from all the news and probably a little bit of hate going their way, now they are saying, you know, they will reimburse the 83 Bitcoin gas fee. This gas fee, it cost, so 83 Bitcoin cost them 3.14 million. Absolutely crazy. Can you imagine looking at your account, you know, expecting a swap of 6 million or whatever the total transaction was, to then see that cut in half and you're missing 83 Bitcoin? You know, I've had some
40 BTC. I think it was the
100.
I think it's there is a simple solution to this. Use Solana.
Big on Solana, but I think even the Ethereum boys haven't seen gas fees this high, so absolutely crazy here. But it looks like, so they've given them, obviously the wallet holder likely wants to stay anonymous, so they've given some instructions for them to follow. I'd like to see this Bitcoin back to them. Do they have to give the Bitcoin back? No. So it shows, you know, some willing from them.
Ethical people. And Bitcoin, it's about that. It's about decentralization, fast payments, cheap transactions. So if you want people to keep using Bitcoin, and these guys are obviously big players in the ecosystem, so I think they did the best they could do.
Exactly, best they can do. So we'll see how this one plays out. I imagine next week or the week after we'll probably retouch this, and hopefully everything's okay and his family and his life savings are back.
Yeah, shout out to Antpool for doing.
Yeah, shout out to Ample. Okay, let's head over to the next story. So this is a bit more degenerate. This is what we like to see. So the Munger meme coin pumps 31,000% before crashing straight back down. So obviously there was a meme coin named after Charlie Munger, who unfortunately recently passed away, an OG investor in the space. So that's
they didn't do right to the man's name.
Did they say it again, Jay?
They didn't do what was right for the man's name, you know. At least they could pump for 99 days.
Yeah, that would be a lot better. I think you know, Munger's investment portfolio background did not look like this chart. Let's put it that way. So look, on the 29th, we've got massive green candle, and then the volume just completely dropped. So yeah, losing more than 98% of its value on Thursday. Its downturn was related to revelations about the token's flawed smart contract, which looked like other scam contracts, because I believe they had a pause on the smart contract. So if they wanted to, they could stop all selling. So guys, if you're going to make a meme coin and you want it to do well, even if it is a complete meme coin over, you know, an investor's death, at least make the smart contract, you know, decent. At least make it so that it's not a complete scam. I think we can take from that. Jay, have you been getting into any degen meme coins recently?
My degenist play is Bonk over on Solana. I think Solana is going to be one of the top performers. It's already being a top performer alongside Rune and other altcoins that I've been paying attention. But I know Solana very well, and I think Bonk will definitely be one of the top meme coins in the next bull run. So just DCA, buying, accumulating on each dip, not looking too much into Ethereum, too many gas fees. I don't know well the ecosystem. I don't know the players that well, so I try to avoid ETH. But yeah, if you're going to buy meme coins, you already know what you're getting into. So most 99% of the times you get rugged. Solana, $500, let's go.
Yeah, we've got into the cosmos. Solana, $500 next year. It's going to take over ETH. I know Jay will definitely agree with you there. We're gonna get into Solana. very shortly. We're going to hear Jay's overview, even some more in-depth analysis of Solana and the whole ecosystem, because Jay's got lots and lots of alpha to share there. He's really deep in the community. Someone that I personally look to for alpha within the Solana community, and you guys should too. So let's just head over to the next story now as well, which is regarding MicroStrategy. So MicroStrategy bags another 16,130 Bitcoin. It plans to raise 750 million by selling MicroStrategy stock. So guys, MicroStrategy is really going gung-ho for having 1% supply of Bitcoin as we see. So we all know there's 21 million Bitcoin in the world. MicroStrategy now hold 174,530 Bitcoin with an average entry price of 30,252, which is crazy. I'm glad to see they're in a profit. Jay, do you think this is good for Bitcoin? Bad? How do you view MicroStrategy in the space?
Much respect for Michael Saylor. I think he's one of the key players in the crypto industry. Obviously, now we have lots of big people backing crypto, banks, countries. But yeah, Michael Saylor was one of the biggest advocates back in 2017 when he started really pushing for adoption. And yeah, if you hear one, obviously he doesn't like altcoins, he doesn't like other small stuff, but you gotta respect the small players as well. He doesn't seem very keen on that, but yeah, you just hear one of his podcasts, one of his YouTube lives, and he's talking about Bitcoin. He gets your grandmother bullish on it.
Yeah, you end up buying Bitcoin after listening to Michael Saylor, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm looking for life-changing gains or wife-changing gains, like someone said. So I look more into altcoins, but yeah. I have some Bitcoin.
Chat, what do you think about MicroStrategy? You know, is it bullish for Bitcoin? My personal take is it's bullish as long as they keep buying. The days when they come, when they look to sell off, that's when MicroStrategy is going to be detrimental to Bitcoin.
I think.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, I think they having a big role here. They incentivizing other companies to hold some Bitcoin as well. Obviously, when you do an investment, at some point you need to have returns, and I hope when they see their returns, it's more they will rotate them into investing in other parts of the ecosystem and make it more sustainable and more user friendly. Because as you know, Bitcoin doesn't have that much infrastructure. It's a way of payments, and it's facilitating payments at the moment, but there is more and more people building on top of it. So yeah, looking into that.
Yeah, awesome. We just got a message from Kristen here. Bullish until they sell in 2025. Hopefully by 2025 we will be at 100k plus Bitcoin, and we won't have to worry as much. So let's hope for that. So brilliant. 100k easy, and then Solana will be $1,000 by then. Not financial advice. Right, brilliant. Let's head over to the markets today, and we'll go through some coins. We'll go through Bitcoin first, and then we will get on to Solana and NFTs. That's why we're all here today. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So we have broken through the 38,500 resistance. Let's take a look at the chart. We've been toying with the 38,500 line for a few days now. And some people I even spoke on yesterday's stream saying perhaps we would drop down below 36k if we weren't able to break this level. We are still, petering around it. However,
this is a voltage graphic, man. Look at this: higher highs, lower highs. Like, it's obvious.
Exactly, and I think there has been some negative news recently, but it hasn't been affecting the price so much. So to me, that really proves that once we do get a bit more optimism, we do get the go ahead. I think we're going to breach 40,000, and then from there, we'll have to discuss again. But I'd like to see, perhaps we will have a volatile weekend, but I'd like to see Bitcoin up around 39, 40k by Monday time. That may leave a large CME gap. Obviously, we've got the CME gap will open later tonight. What's your prediction for the volatility over the weekend, Jay?
I remember those days during bull markets where weekends were always for pumps. So I hope we see some bullish pump here. And the more Bitcoin holds around these support resistance level, I think we see alts to run more. Me especially as altcoin trader, I think it's bullish for my bag. So look to see 42 on Bitcoin. Definitely looking into
42, 42 is the line for you. Yeah, I agree. Awesome. Let's have a quick look at Ethereum as well. So Ethereum's performed slightly better than Bitcoin in the last 24 hours. We're playing with the 2,100 line here. We've been hovering around 2,000 for a while. Popping below a few times here with some large wicks down. But once again, this is also bullish in my opinion. We see this lovely green candle here taking us back over 2,050. I haven't been seeing as much news regarding Ethereum within the community at the moment. I know a lot of people choose to trade Ethereum at the moment over Bitcoin, but I would like to see Ethereum, stay above 2,050. A lot of people have been talking about 2,200 for a while. Where do you stand with Ethereum? Do you think it's going to outperform Bitcoin in the short term, or do you think Bitcoin dominance is going to remain strong until we do really have that altcoin flip, Jay? Where do you see the correlation between Bitcoin and Ethereum playing out in the short term?
I'm waiting for Ethereum to do a big pump because it's lagging comparing to other altcoins. I don't know if it's people diversifying into other altcoins and basically taking a shadow on ETH, but I hope to see a pump. I hold a good amount of ETH. I hope it does well. I have some NFTs over on ETH, DGods, and yeah, I hope to see it pump. I have some. I'm gonna be honest. When the altcoin rally starts, I'm gonna probably switch 80%, 70% of my ETH over to Sol and other small AVAX run. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, but yeah, I don't want to hold Ethereum for too long.
No, you're almost using it as basically a stable currency. You're waiting for the right time to then invest into other altcoins, and I think a lot of people from our community, including myself as well, are doing something similar. Take profits into ETH, wait for ETH to go up, and then pour those profits back into altcoins, rinse and repeat. It is very effective. I prefer holding Ethereum, Bitcoin over stable coins myself as well, unless there is an undeniable downtrend. But brilliant. Let's go over to Solana now, guys. So I will let Jay talk about Solana. So Jay, if you could just give the chat a rundown of how you first found Solana, what price you first entered, and what made you stick around.
So I bought Solana first time around $20 back in 2021. I had some friends, we used to play Call of Duty, and they kept talking about it. And yeah, I just got into Solana. I was battling for whitelists on ETH. Was a pain to get whitelisted in NFTs. NFTs was a new trend in 2021. Then I end up coming to Solana. Some people introduced me to some NFT collections. Bought some of them, made huge gains. None of them compared to holding just Solana. Solana went from 20 to 50 in like 1 month, then from 50 to 80 in 2 weeks, and then in 1 week from 80 to like 200. So it was a crazy run. I was I couldn't believe it. I was just opening my wallets where I had 5, 6 Sol, and then I had like $5,000 when I was just putting like 1,000, separating them between wallets, staying safe because I didn't know the ecosystem. I didn't know if I could connect to some websites. What was a crazy run. Then Solana dumped from 250 to 200. Then that's when the really NFT craziness started. Everything minting out, the people getting 5-7 million for their NFT collection selling out. And yeah, I stick around DGods. I hold a lot of Solana since the 200s until $8 basically, or $60. I was trading in and out, trying to understand when we're gonna enter the bull run again. I bought a lot of Solana at $9, 10, 12, 17, 20, 24, 25, 30, 50. And now obviously we in the 60s. I have a huge bag. I stake my Solana in Marinate Finance, G2 Sol. There's lots of airdrops that you can obviously farm by using these platforms. So Solana is for me is a great ecosystem because transactions are cheap. Web3 and crypto, anything that's new, especially in these markets, a lot. You need to have a lot of users, a lot of transactions. Solana facilitates that because transactions are really cheap. You pay less than a cent for transaction. You pay it's fast. In 1 second you have anything in your wallet, faster than you can change between wallets. The money is already there. So yeah, bullish on Solana. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, so no worries. You mentioned earlier, you were trading NFTs on Ethereum, gas fees for mint. I know personally from doing, ICOs, IDOs on launch pads on the Ethereum chain that during TGE and token generations and to get the whitelist, sometimes we were playing gas wars of, you would have to increase your gas fee just to get through. Was it the same with NFTs, and is that one of the reasons why you went over to Solana?
Obviously the gas fees were turned down. When I started in crypto, I started with a 5-6K portfolio. I was working on construction in London. I was trying to understand all this craziness. I didn't want to get too much into that. I did my biggest bag on Dogecoin. Was just a fun way to start. Obviously, that got me hooked up to crypto. I took a 4K investment to 80, 90K. And yeah, then understanding the gas and all that stuff, ETH just made me turn down. I couldn't understand how many users ETH have at the moment. That's why I started looking into altcoins. Maybe if I understood how many users ETH had, I didn't change. But yeah, I think paying this much gas, like in the other day, I bought a DGOT. I paid like $25 for that transaction. I took my DGOT from that burner to my ledger. I paid another $8 for that. I needed to stake and approve the transaction. I paid another 15. That's one SOL that I got there. If SOL goes to $500, $1,000, that's just money that you are losing. But
yeah, you're literally throwing away your burning. It's why the attraction is there for Solana. I know myself and we met at these Solana events. They really put on for their community, which is great to see. We do have a question from above. I'll just post it. It's regarding NFT. So let's move on to NFTs then. Jay, I will let you present. We've just got a question from PG as well. So I will stop presenting and invite you to present. Brilliant. So which chain do you use mostly for NFTs other than Solana?
This is a question.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I buy ETH NFTs because I really believe they will have a massive run in the future. I'm back biased. I'm obviously a DGOT. Everyone knows me for that. So I buy Dust Labs assets. I buy UTs. I buy DGOTs. I think UTs have a great entry point here. Community is fantastic. The founders, the team, they don't stop building. So for me, UTs is definitely a buy from 0.5 to 0.65. For me, I'll always be buying. I have like 5. Look into getting 7 in total. DGOTs, I hold 3. I'm good for now. Probably get a mutant tape at some point. But I like to invest in projects where I know the team. Maybe I'm not going to make huge gains like other people that buys NFTs and they just mint it and then they sell or manage to sell near the top. I'm not that lucky, but I buy with conviction. When I buy, I know for sure that team is gonna keep building and they're gonna give me some nice exit, pumping my bags a little bit, if we can say that.
And just just for the audience here as well, you've mentioned DGods and Newts, and obviously the mastermind behind those two projects is Frank DGods. So if you could just describe Frank to the audience here, and why he gives you the confidence to have this high conviction with DGods and Newts.
Yeah, so basically Frank started over on Solana. He took a project that was at 5 Sol, from 30 Sol deep to 5. He kept building, and that's what you look into when you buy NFTs. You look into a founder that is vocal, he is constantly in space, he's constantly updating the community, talking about innovation. Obviously, Dust, that was a token that we were getting for holding the DGOD, helped a lot. I was getting like $210 a day for just holding the DGOD throughout the entire month. That was more than what I was getting paid in a construction job in the UK. So yeah, just the conviction of him keep building and try to rewarding the holders. He always said, like, holders are the first thing that I wake up and think about, because he just wants to give value back. So that's one thing that you should, if you don't know the founder, if no one is vocal about the NFT, it's just your friends shielding their bags. Like, I don't buy that kind of stuff. I really like to know the teams. I know what they are doing. I get into the Discord, I read everything. If I don't like what I see, I'll floor it and I'll move to the next thing. So that's my approach to NFTs.
Amazing. I think what I would like to ask you as well for our audience, a few of our audience have already said, they're looking for new NFT projects. I think a lot of our audience perhaps are altcoin traders, but they are interested with NFTs. What would you suggest? What is one piece of advice you would give to a new NFT investor who's looking to, dip his foot in the scene? Where would you direct them?
Me personally, I will buy into cheaper NFT projects on the chain that you want to use. Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe on Ethereum, I'll probably buy one Elemental from Azuki or a Ute. Join their Discord, learn from people that know more than you. Obviously, I don't have the time and I don't do it anymore. I used to write explanatory threads about each NFT project. At the moment, I don't have the time to do it, but there is lots of people on Twitter that will write threads about NFTs and what you should buy and what is going on. Is basically do your own research. No one is a financial advisor in this market. If they tell you it's financial advice, it's total bullshit. Don't get into that. For example, if I was gonna go into Solana now, I will give the advice to buy like a SMB, a Gen 3. Community is really the best that you get on Solana. They have the Gen 2, which is this one. They are at 90 Sol right now. Yesterday they were around 100 Sol. Go to the community, one of the first NFT projects on Solana. All the builders, all the devs, all people that build stuff on Solana are there. So you definitely get the alpha from Gen 2. Obviously, this is an expensive entry point. They were just at 50 Sol back in Breakpoint, so that was a month ago. All of these collections, they pumped way too much for me to get in any of them right now. Mad Lads, they were at 50, 60 Sol like 1 month ago. They just pumped to like 180. So that's like 3x. And if you are holding Solana, if you bought Solana like me at $20, $30, you bought Mad Lads at 50 Sol floor price, then Solana pumps to 60. Mad Lads pumps to 180 Sol. Like it's a huge return. You're gonna see people taking profits here. Don't fool yourself. Don't go around chasing tops. It can go higher, yes. Can it go to 300 Sol? Yes. It's going now. I don't know. So I'm not gonna put my money on there. I'm not gonna risk it. But yeah, Tensorians, for example, really good community. They own this marketplace. The narrative behind it, it's like people will get some shares of the fees. You don't pay fees to the market if you own the NFT. Apparently, 61 Sol. 1 month ago, I was gonna buy them for 9 Sol, 10 Sol. So They just pump like a 5-6x. For me, I can't buy this. It's irrational. If it can pump to 100 Sol, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
not worth the risk, is what you're saying there.
Because
Yeah.
you know people are gonna take profit. Okay, Bears, this may be a good entry because they have good community, solid community. They didn't do much for the entire bear market. The founder claims that he's gonna spend the treasury in things that will take the collection further. Probably, yeah. They just did a collab with Zara, so basically they have this collaboration with IMG. They own Pull and Bear, H&M, Zara, and all these brands. So now you have merch for children, like clothing for children with an OK Bear printed on it across the entire globe. Is this gonna pump the projects? Is this gonna bring mass adoption? Maybe. Let's see.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
We've got a question from Christian here. Jay, is the play to gain income from the NFTs rather than to mint then sell for gains?
Again, you have both. For example, Sol Casino, they were paying like 0.5, 0.4 per NFT during the last 3-4 months. The revenue share dropped instantly. The Sol Casino price was at 15 Sol. Now they pumped a little bit. Getting revenue share, it's what I used to say to my friends. I always prefer to sell the milk instead of selling the cow. If the cow is giving milk, keep selling the milk until she doesn't give you any more, then obviously get rid of the cow. But there isn't a lot of NFTs that are giving revenue share for obvious reasons now. With all this regulation, founders try to stay away from that. But my personal advice is Solana NFTs pumped a lot in the last few weeks. I wouldn't buy. I'm not gonna be buying any of these. I bought one Gen 3 for my girlfriend, so she can start experiencing NFTs. Obviously, when you know that the person next to you is totally off crypto and they start looking into NFTs, they start hearing stories. That's a top signal for me.
So time to sell.
But this is a cheap entry. You know, max floor, they were like low floor was like 4 or 5 Sol. So if you're buying this SMB Gen 3, join the community, and I guarantee you, the next wave we're gonna have in the next couple months is gonna be all new mints, all new NFTs. Wow. New NFTs will mint in the next weeks. And the way you're gonna make money from that is if you join one of these communities. Can be any of those. Make your own preference, what you like your Twitter to be represented of, or just represent yourself with your face and join one of these NFT communities. Learn about minting, learn about with more experienced people than you, and you will get some whitelists for sure. And then mint, flip it, sell it, hold it. Sets on Craig, for example, very good community, very active. They probably get a lot of whitelists. The thing you need to think about when you join an NFT communities is this: are these guys gonna give me the whitelist for the projects that I want to mint? Because Sets, OG community, ABC, the founder, is a savage in the space. Sharkify, they do this lending and borrowing platform. They get access to all the whitelists. Boreal Dragons. I'm gonna avoid talking about the most expensive NFTs. Galactic Echoes, obviously, OGs, very high price now. Photo Finish, high price. This just pumped a lot. Aurori, good price, 20 Sol, a good price for Aurori. I think they will pump more. They have this game. They are one of the most famous games on Solana. Their token was worth $23. It's worth $1.5 now. Very good entry point for their token as well. I think the NFT will do good. The Heist is a game. You don't need to play it. Just leave your character there. It farms their token. You can sell the token for Solana every day. Good entry. Stick Sol, very good entry, in my opinion. Turtle, OG, very good entry here. If you want to join communities, if you want to learn about NFTs, very good entry. Gen 3, like I said, very good entry. I won't buy this. I'll never buy this. The founder just Gen 2, if you have money, why not? Best community of Solana, in my opinion.
Yeah, they put on a lot of in real life events, that we've been to together, and they always put on amazing community there, amazing team. There's definitely something to say about the community that the Solana monkeys bring. So really appreciate that. We've had some really great alpha there from Jay, going through a few super promising projects and mentioning a few perhaps to not to avoid as such, but to there's some there that have really had some great price action recently. So sometimes if things go up too highly, expect a slight retracement. We have another question here from PG. Which is the safest and best platform for buying and selling NFTs that covers all different chains that you use, Jay?
So could you see my mouse moving in the marketplace?
Yeah.
You could see it? Okay. So for me, for Solana, I use Tensor just because it's an aggregator, has all the collections in there. For buying different chain NFTs, I would use it magiceden.io. They have Polygon, BTC ordinals, and Solana, Ethereum NFTs. For ETH specifically, I use Blur. So that's the Magic Eden will probably be the best if you want to look into different chains. But
brilliant. No, thank you for that. Guys, just wanted to make sure to like and subscribe and turn the channel notification bell on as well. I will go through a few more questions to ask Jay, and then we will round it up for today. Jay, you've been amazing. Just would like to ask another question regarding non-fungible wear and why you choose DeGods particularly to put on your merch. I know there's a reason behind that, but I'd like you to explain to the audience as well.
So I've been a part of the community for almost 2 years now. I really identify with other players in the ecosystem that represent DeGods. There was a lack of good quality items merch-wise in the entire Web3 crypto NFT space. My family owns a factory in Portugal. We be producing Balenciaga, Palm Angels, Off-White, and all of that. I think DeGods are the most active community. I really like the artwork. I really like the logo. I think even if they didn't have an NFT collection, they will just use their logo in a clothing brand. They will do amazing. I really like the IP of the brand. I like the art, like we talked about before. So yeah, I'm a DeGod, so I choose to start as a proof of concept to do really good clothing for DeGods. Obviously, I do clothing for loads and loads of projects over on ETH, at eGold, Algorand, and Solana, obviously. So yeah, DeGods is my favorite, is what I like to wear, but I do products for any project that needs it.
And also with DeGods, you've got the IP rights. If you own the NFT, you have 100% IP rights, correct?
Yes. So by owning the IP rights of DeGods and Utes now, Utes also gave the IP rights to their holders. By holding, it means you can open a coffee called D Coffee or DeGods Coffee, or a restaurant. I have a friend who's opening a bar in Marbella called D Bar. So yeah, you can use the IP and basically rep the brand. It's a way to bring on more customers and have a community behind your business, which is great.
Crazy. And is that something that you do look for in new NFT mints as well? Are you looking specifically for the IP rights?
It depends, because as you know, I'm telling you that in the next couple weeks, next month probably, we're gonna have a wave of new NFTs, new stuff minting. If I'm looking to minting something, I'm looking into community hype and how much engagement they will have through Twitter. Obviously, I know how to check these metrics, and you cannot fool me if you are buying bots or stuff like that. But I'm not really looking into IP plays in new NFTs, but I do look into IP plays into NFTs that minted a long time ago or some time ago, and they have an active community, because in the end of the day, they having an active community will buy into your products. They will use your bar, your restaurant, whatever. So looking into that is also a good play.
Oh, awesome. I think we'll wrap it up there today. I know you're a super busy guy. Thank you for coming on the stream. Next week, we will have another FOMO Friday where we will have Jay's co-founder, Crypto Slice, join us as well, where we'll be going through similar stuff, hearing Crypto Slice's point of view, his journey into the ecosystem as well. Jay, if you could just let our audience know where they can find you, what socials to follow. It'd be great if you guys can all go over to FOMO Magazine and Jay's personal account and give him a follow, show him the love. Hopefully, we'll be working lots together in the future. So we're bringing you the superior NFT news and insider information from FOMO Mag. But Jay, yeah, if you can let them know where to find you, that would be great, and we'll wrap up today.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, my handle is 0xjNFTs, and FOMO it's MagFOMO. On Twitter, we also have Instagram, TikTok, and all these other good stuff. You can follow us there. We post videos daily about NFT and coins updates every single day. It was a pleasure to be here. Crypto saving expert is killing it. Love you, bro.
Thank you. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. Let's go.
Let's go.